everyone, welcome UniPath's YouTube channel. I'm Kibele Şebnem Yıldırım. UniPath is a digital coach that provides free consulting for underprivileged students who like to study abroad. And today we're going to talk about how to write an essay. So our first thing to focus on is the type of an essay. So are we talking about a why this college essay, or are we talking about a personal statement? So firstly, I'd like to start with a why college essay. Why college essay are used mostly focused on why this college fits you the best, why this college fits the applicant best. So while you're writing the essay, you should be focusing on a couple of major issues. So before writing the essay, you should be doing a really deep research about the college. Let's say this is Harvard University. You should be getting into Harvard University's website and researching everything about the school, then finding out what is the thing that really excites you the best. If you write like, oh, it's in Boston, it's a really nice city, it's the student city, this will not be enough for your admission. The thing is, there are a lot of colleges, there are a lot of other colleges and like students who thinks Harvard is really good because of its place or because it's one of the most top universities in the world. But you should be finding the thing that differentiates this from other applicants. If you check out the website, you can find research opportunities, specific professors and their classes, specific social impact programs, or other stuff. While you write a why essay, you should be creating an atmosphere where you can parallel your interests with the applicants, with the schools and the applicants. So this parallelism is the most important thing on why essays. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the curiosity essays. The college usually says, share something that makes you very curious, or share something that really excites you. They are mostly based on the same idea, so I'm going to be talking about them as a whole. So the thing is, they usually wonder, actually you, but they want to hear a story of a narrator. So you should be basically talking about how the narrator is focused on a specific field that he or she enjoys and really want to discover, and what that narrator wants to do in the future. So while you're starting the story, I have few suggestions for that. Like, you should be creating a map before creating this, before writing this essay, because you have to be focusing on the narrative's storyline. So basically, there's a couple ways in which we can do this. The first one is pretty easy. You can start off the childhood interests and you can continue on the researching progress of this interest. Let's give an example on chemistry. You've seen a plant, or you went to a zoo. You've seen a really cute animal. This is actually biology, but still, you've seen an animal and you see how they excite you, and then you started researching about animal world. Then further research, while you grew up, you went to middle school or you went to high school. Then you found out that you're actually more focused on not to animals, but smaller animals. Then you started researching about them. Then you find out that it's only about one, like, single cell organisms, not all animals. Then you saw that single cell animals. Then you started to focus on the single cell. Then this single cell organisms found out to be that they can cure a lot of stuff, and they can be tested to other stuff, or like a particular stuff of that can be a use of a nice thing. So as long as you conducted this, you found out that you can conduct a research on a couple of those single organisms, and you can find really good research projects on that, and you can attend competitions with that. And then of course with you are following the rights and also the sensitiveness on the animal welfare, but you're conducting the research under those conditions, and then you are focusing on finding research competitions. Then you attend those competitions. Then you obtain a prize. Then you share it in your essay. That could be a really nice essay topic, because you can talk about your curiosity while you were young. Then you are talking about how you obtained the opportunity to research and how you were excited to research while you were in high school. Then how these research findings made you excited that you can present your ideas in a global or national fair, because you want everyone to know, you want the world to know that your scientific purposes and your scientific findings, and you want to contribute to the scientific literature. So this is a really common and really simple way to do. And you can also follow this in a mindly order. So the third thing I would like to talk about is actually small essays. They usually ask small essays, for 50 words or something. In those essays, they can say like, oh, what are you gonna do as a roommate? Or write an essay to your future roommate. You can basically talk about how unique you are and how it's not about being unique, it's about being authentic in the form, because you're going to talk about how these essays are basically focused on your personality. You are going to show how an adaptive and how you can what you want to include to the community of that school in particular. So first you also have to do your research, and you can basically pick a couple of things about the community, and then you can say that, oh, in this type of community I want to do this type of community, I want to add this. Or you can be really specific, and you can also continue about your academic interest as well into the community, but it should be in a way that it's in a sweet manner, because it's really important. It's really important that it should be personal. The person who's reading the essay should see that it's personal, and you're gonna see her or him as a really sweet person to contribute to the community of the school. And the fourth essay that I like to talk about is basically the personal statement or the Common App essay. So I'm actually gonna film another video about the Common App essay, but the first thing, like this small brief information about Common App essay, that you have a couple of prompts and you're gonna write on one of them, and it's gonna be a really long essay, and you should be using every word in a really important manner. So the thing you have to do about these kind of essays, let's suppose you have chosen tell me about your background essay, which is the first option mostly. You are gonna talk about a personal, mostly a personal, because it's the more effective way to do. You're gonna select a effective way. You're gonna choose a personal way. You're gonna tell a story that touches to the reader, or you're gonna tell a story that creates a really strong narrative. So this narrative is gonna tell a story about her or his scientific, social, academic, or other stuff, other related backgrounds, and how this background shaped the person. Or the other part, like you can talk about the cultural background of a person, because colleges love the cultural backgrounds, but you should be focusing on really specific things and how these specific things lead you to the person you are today. So basically, you're not going to talk about some kind of specific, like some kind of known general stuff. You should always be avoiding to uh, you should be always avoiding to being too general, because you should be aware of the fact that you're like, I mean, you have like tons of like candidates to the school you want to get into, specifically like Ivy Leagues and like other top tier colleges. Everyone around the world is applying to those colleges to have a really good education with a really good degree. So you should be focusing on the fact that I should be really specific, and the thing I write should be so personal or very specific and touching that no one in the candidate portal should be able to write about this. You should be personalizing and make it really detailed about the experience you're talking about. It shouldn't be general, because if it's general, it's not going to be an effective essay, and it's not going to be the thing that makes you stand out. So these are all of my talks, all of my ideas about the college application process. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe to our channel and comment if you like it and you want to see more videos on research, essays, college application process, or interviews. So have a nice day. Thank you for listening.